Hey, and welcome to Where Antiquity Whispers, and it is a short video series I'm trying out where I discuss some of my most favourite images and the stories behind them. This one is called Moored for the Night, which I captured in Turkey. So a short little backstory of how I ended up taking this picture. About, probably 17 years ago, myself and my wife decided to buy a second property. We looked in Greece, but unfortunately our budget wouldn't stretch for what we wanted in Greece. So we ended up buying a villa near Bodrum in Turkey. It's about sort of half an hour from Kos. So we purchased this villa, and unknown to us, there's a few issues with this site. It was going to take quite a long time to get the site finished. We kept the villa for about 12 years, I think. So once a year, I would go over with a few friends of mine. I'm not very handy. In fact, I'm pretty useless. So I'd take some friends of mine with me, and we'd have a little bit of a holiday and go and check the villa. And we used to stop in a resort called Gumbet, which was quite close to Bodrum. And near the hotel, there was this boatyard that I used to be very intrigued by. And they had all these, they repaired or made these gulets or gulets, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, which are these traditional Turkish boats, which they now use just for tourism. But they're beautiful. They're all wood. Obviously handmade, and I was fascinated by them, and I would often quite go into the yard and just try and take some pictures very early in the morning. One evening I decided, it was such a beautiful evening, it was really warm, I knew the light was going to be beautiful, and I left my friends at the bar and took my camera gear and walked down the beach, because I'd seen early in the day this gulet moored quite close into the shore, and there's also these daybeds, which I hadn't seen before, sort of out in the water slightly, and I just felt it could make quite a nice image. So I walked down the beach and to where they were, and I thought my best chance of a clean composition was going up on a terrace of a restaurant. So I asked the guy, could I go up for 10 minutes to take some pictures, and he said yes, it was fine. So I went up, but the beach was quite crowded with a lot of sunbeds. There's no people so much, it was obviously early evening. A lot of sunbeds, and I tried, I just couldn't get a decent composition. So I decided to go back downstairs, and I managed to find a spot where my composition was nice and clean, and I proceeded to take all these pictures. And I just love this picture. I think it's a combination of things. It's obviously a memory for me of quite a happy time with friends away in Turkey. The evening was really warm, and there was lots of noise from the restaurants, and the light was just beautiful. If you follow my work, you know that I go out a lot and shoot at dawn, and sometimes, as in this image, at dusk as well. It's a time of day that I call the edge of darkness. It's not quite day, it's not quite night, it's somewhere in between, and time feels to me like it's almost stands still at this time, and I find it magical. You've just got the last dregs of sunlight bouncing off the sky, which fill in some of the shadows on the landscape, and obviously if you've got any buildings or tavernas or street lights, they tend to balance quite nicely if you time it right. So it's a magical time, and I love shooting that time of day. And this image, the only thing I was worried about with this image, because it was quite a long exposure, I was worried that the boat was going to blur too much, but actually it's a few flat frames where it did, but it wasn't too bad. It's such a calm evening, and as I said, it was just the whole that time of shooting was just a really nice, relaxing, and like non-magical moment, and that's really why I love this picture.